Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. Himanshu Gupta and I had secured a rank of 62 in NEET PG 2018. So today in this video I am going to discuss with you how you will utilize your online QBanks very effectively, how you will do the QBank in the last month of preparation, if you are in third or final year, how you will start doing the QBank, and how will we be able to finish the whole QBank. Because the QBank is very vast and the main problem students are facing is that they are unable to complete it. And how many questions do we have to actually do to get a good rank in NEET PG or the next exam? Friends, the time stamping of this video is given in the description below, and if you want to jump to any question you can directly click on that question and this will save your time. So the first point that I am going to discuss with you is that why do we have to actually solve the QBank? Friends, I will tell you that whatever we read in the notes, whatever we read in the books, we are not able to apply everything in the MCQs. You know why? There are so many facts that are given in the notes, there are so many facts given in the books, and while we are reading them, we don't actually realize which facts are important for us, which facts we are actually going to utilize in our practice, which facts are going to actually come in the MCQ forms. But once we look at the question, we get an idea that a question can be asked from this topic. Suppose you are reading the pharyngeal arches. You just read the table of the pharyngeal arches when you are reading it for the first time. But when you actually see a question that what are the derivatives of the first pharyngeal arch, only then you will actually stress upon to learn all the derivatives of the pharyngeal arches. So this is the main reason that we have to look at the questions. The questions will tell us the importance of the facts that are given in the notes, that are given in the books. The questions will tell us the concepts that we have to know by heart. During your professional exams, what did the seniors do? Seniors would mark important topics, okay, and those important topics were basically the questions that were asked in the previous year exams, okay. So it became easier for you to memorize those topics because it was impossible for you to learn every topic. So the same concept is with MCQs also. The MCQs will tell you which are the topics that you need to stress upon. If you are preparing for INI CET exam, you will focus on the MCQs of AIIMS, PGI, JIPMER, NIEMANS. Okay, and if you are focusing on the NEET PG exam, you will look at the previous year papers of NEET PG exam. And if you are in final year, you can attempt every type of questions because you will be appearing for every exam. In third year or final year, you will not target that I have to prepare for INI CET or I have to prepare for next exam. In third or final year, your only target should be that you have to perform well in all the exams. So you have to get an idea about what type of questions are asked, okay. And without reading the questions, without doing the online QBank, you will be unable to imagine what type of things are being asked in the main exam. So that's why doing online QBank is must. The second reason that you have to do online QBank is that MCQ solving is an art. Many students have a good knowledge, they have very good concepts, they know a lot of facts, but still they are unable to perform well in the MCQ exam because some of the students were just focusing on reading the theory. They totally ignored the MCQs. So I want you guys that you should not do this mistake. If you are in third or final year, you should not think that I have little time, I can start doing MCQs a bit later. No, my dear friends, MCQ solving is an art and it will develop gradually. So that is why you have to start solving MCQs early. The second question that I am going to discuss with you is that how you will utilize the QBank in the last month of preparation. So guys, if you are in the last month of preparation, there will be two type of students. One type of students, they have already completed the question bank once, and another type of students will be who have completed around 80% of the Q bank. So I have two advices for you. You can utilize the question bank in two ways in the last month of preparation. The first way is very tough, but if you do it, you will definitely get an edge over other students. And what is that first way? The first way is that you will try to solve the whole Q bank again. You will not be selective that I have to just do the NEET PG questions, or I just have to do the AIIMS questions, or I just will do the bookmark questions. Friends, if you have already done the question bank once, I can promise you that it will take around half the time, or even like if it was taking you 10 days to solve the question bank of anatomy earlier, now it will just take you 1 day, because now you are very good in your theory also, and you have already seen those questions twice or thrice in the Q bank also and in the form of grand test also. So my advice will be that if you can do this, you can try doing it with 3 or 4 subjects. You can try doing it with 3 or 4 subjects, and if it doesn't work, then you can follow my second strategy. Okay, so the first strategy is that you will try to solve the whole Q bank, and I can promise you that you will be able to do it. Now coming to the second strategy. Second strategy is that I feel that in the last month of preparation, you have to do few MCQs of every subject. So you have to set a number. So if you were the previous group of student who was able to do the whole Q bank, and now you are in the second group, I can believe that if one student is able to complete the whole Q bank in the last month, you can at least complete 50% of the Q bank. So this should be your aim. You have to complete, if you are not able to complete the whole Q bank, just try to complete at least 50% of the Q bank, and that too in a random way, not the bookmark questions. So what you will do, you can set a custom module. You can set a custom module in your Marrow Q bank, and what will happen is that you will try to solve around 400 questions of every subject. Okay, for major subjects it can be more, and for short subjects it can be less. So on an average you have to solve around 8,000 to 10,000 questions in these last month. So these were the two strategies that you can follow in the last month of preparation. Guys, the third question that I want to discuss with you is that how many questions do we have to solve? So friends, the answer for this is that I have a 20,000 rule for this. According to this 20,000 rule, you have to solve a minimum of 20,000 questions. Once you cross this mark of 20,000 questions, I can promise you that you will be ahead of many students. So make a target that you have to solve at least 20,000 questions. And during my NEET PG preparation, I counted how many questions I solved. It came around to be 50,000. I had solved 50,000 questions during my drop year for NEET PG preparation. But if you are an intern, I think this won't be possible for you. So you can keep a target of at least 20,000 questions that you have to solve. And this is available, I think, in the Marrow Q bank. Marrow Q bank has around 18,000 plus the grand test. Around 20 grand tests you should solve. I had solved around 50 to 70 grand tests during my preparation. But I will advise you, if you cannot solve 50 to 100 grand tests, you should solve at least 20 grand tests. And 20 into 300 is 12,000, and 18,000 questions in the Q bank plus 12,000 questions in the test series. So this number will be equal to 30,000. So 30,000 questions is the number that you have to try to reach. Now friends, coming to the students who are starting their preparation in third year or final year or even in internship or drop year. What will be the strategy to solve this QBank? So I have basically three strategies that you can utilize. You can choose one of the strategies and you can see for yourself which suits best for you. So the first strategy that you can follow is that after studying every topic, you can solve the question bank of that topic. So you will go topic wise. You will study for 2 hours, you will do the question bank half an hour. Study for 2 hours, then do the question bank for half an hour. Okay, then the second strategy is that which I took from my senior Dr. Shubham Vatsya sir. So what he told me that during his MBBS time, he would just read the question from the textbook, or like at that time there was no apps, so he would just read the questions from the MCQ books, and after doing the MCQs, after just reading the questions of the MCQs, what he would do, he would just study that topic, and in the evening what he would do, he would try to solve those MCQs, and he would analyze himself that how many MCQs he was able to solve, and this would even tell him that how well did he study during that time. Okay, so this strategy you can also follow. So this will be a retrograde method. So what you will do, before reading any topic or before seeing any lecture video, you will just look at the questions from the QBank. Once you have looked at the questions, what you will do, you will read that topic, you will see the video, and then come back to the questions again and see for yourself how many questions you are able to solve. What will happen is that once you have already read the questions, you will get an idea what topics you need to focus upon, what topics you need to understand very carefully when the teacher is teaching you, and what are the points you need to learn by heart. So this is a very good method, and this will not take time. Suppose there is a module of 30 questions and you just have to read the questions. So reading 30 questions, not the answers, just reading the questions, 30 questions will just take you 5 minutes, and that 5 minutes will give you a perspective of the topic, that will give you an idea how you have to prepare that topic. Okay guys, and coming to the third technique of solving the questions. The third technique is that you will try to complete your videos. You will read your notes, you will read your textbooks, and in the end, you will dedicate 2 to 3 days only for MCQs. The benefit of this technique is that once you get into this momentum of doing MCQs, when you are just doing MCQs for 2 days, it's very easy to do 500 questions on a single day, and you can do that over a period of 2 to 3 days, depending upon the number of questions the subject has, depending upon the modules the subject has. Okay, so read your theory, read your videos very well, and after that solve your MCQs. Okay guys, and at last many people ask me which question bank do we have to go for. Guys, I will tell you, the best question bank that is available in the market, you have to go for that. There are two reasons for that. One is that the online QBanks are very, very cheap right now. If you compare it with the MCQ books prices, the online QBank is very cheap. And the second reason is that you cannot afford to miss something that everyone is doing, because what I feel is that all the students, almost 90 to 80% of the students are going for the Marrow QBank. So guys, you cannot afford not to do the Marrow QBank. Okay, and I have interacted with many toppers, and I have seen that every one of them has solved the Marrow QBank. No one goes into a good institute without solving it. And another thing is that I have seen the students who have not done the QBank, Marrow QBank, they are lagging behind. So it's a very cheap question bank and you can go for it. Friends, at last I want to discuss some important queries that many students ask me, that they say that the explanation in the Marrow QBank is very lengthy. Guys, I will tell you, if you are not able to read the whole explanation, you can just try to read 50% of the explanation. Okay, if you are not able to complete the whole explanation, just read 50% of it, but don't be scared of it. Just see the time that you have and see the number of questions that you have to do, and accordingly you can read your explanations. If you have enough time, you can dedicate that time to reading the whole explanation. And I will tell you, if you do the tough questions, if you are reading the whole explanation, it will only benefit you. Second query that many students ask me, sir, we are not able to add everything that is given in the QBank in the notes. So I will tell you that it's not possible also to add everything. So if you have your notes, you can just add 5 to 4 pages for every subject, and in that 4 to 5 pages, whatever that you can add, you try to add that. But definitely it's not possible to add everything from the QBank into your notes. But just keep on writing few things, and with time you will see that you have written most of the things in your notes also. So this is a gradual process, and you have to keep on doing it. Okay, you have to keep on doing it. Many students are also scared that Marrow QBank is very large. So guys, if you are doing a tough thing, if you are doing a bigger task, it will definitely bring you better results in the main exam. Okay, so don't get scared of the lengthy explanations, don't get scared of the volume of the QBank. This will only help you in your main exam. All the best, guys.